Now, good afternoon, everyone. Today is September 29th, 2011. It is Thursday. Today we've had a lot of action in the markets, but we haven't had that many trades. We sit right now at plus 5 ticks on the ES and plus 17 ticks on the YM. All right. So we had a pretty green morning. We only had a few trades though. Let me scroll back here and we'll go over the actual trades that we had. After the open here, we had our first long opportunity here. Once the BBC got outside the box, this is the box right here, created by the elbow, we had a bubble down here, and the BBC got outside of it. At that point, we went long on the first pullback down to the BBC, and it stopped us out pretty quickly to put us down 8 ticks to start the morning off. The next trade was over here. Okay, we had a bubble here and a pullback up to the BBC after the BBC had gotten out of the box. That trade went on for several points, but we took it for a point. We shorted here at the BBC, and we actually got out over here. It had put in this double bottom right here, and our target was 1 tick below that. And we moved our stop up to plus 1 point, and it took us out at plus 1 point right here before it went down here to the zone right here, to this area right there. All right. Now the market kept going down, and we took another trade right over here. At that point back there, we were minus 4 ticks. Okay. Now right here, we had the same thing. We had a bubble here. This was the first pullback to the BBC after the bubble, and we shorted it for 8 ticks down to here. All right. We were plus 4 ticks at that point. Then we had this trade over here. Hang on a sec. Sorry, I had to sneeze. Then we had this trade over here. We had the bubble here and a pullback to the BBC. And that trade went sideways for quite a while. It moved down here, just about to our target. And I was moving my stop up to break even plus a tick, and that's where it took me out of break even plus a tick right here. Alright, so that put us plus 5 ticks on the ES. Alright, from there we didn't have any trades in here. That was at 11 o'clock. So from there to 11:30 we didn't have any trades. Right here, right at the close of the first session, we had a higher swing right here just by a tick, just that little wick right there. It came down and hit the BBC for the first time with a bubble. There was a possible trade there. I didn't take it. It went all the way up to the zone here. Okay, once we had this bubble, we wouldn't trade into the zone anyway, even if it were an option, but it wasn't actually an option to trade at that point. And that got us to plus 5 ticks on the morning session. Okay, now the YM, we really only had one trade this morning that I took on the YM. Right here, shortly after the open, price moved down here to the BBC. It was the first pullback after the bullish cross. It was the first pullback to actually touch the BBC. I had put my target right here below the MA1, and that's where it went. It took me out there at the MA1. It drew back down, almost down to where I entered, and then it went up for another 30 points. I think 30. Is that right, 30? No, it went up for a total of 60 points from my entry. The market turned around over here, and I missed this short trade right here, but this was the actual short trade. We had the bearish cross and a pullback up to the BBC. So right there was the short trade. We then had a divergent short trade right here. I believe we were going into a trading zone over here at the time, so I didn't want to take the trade over here because we were going right into a weekly trading zone over here on the ES. And I let it go, and then it dropped through the zone over here, and it clearly dropped. I think it dropped 100 points over here. Or pretty close to 100. Yeah, more than 100. About 140. We had a pull back up here, but there was no trade. There was no pull away in here, so there were no trades. Now that it got this bullish cross right here, it even had some divergence with the bullish cross. There was a trade right here that I did not take. I didn't even see it until just now. But that was it on the YM. All right. That was it for the morning, and that got us to plus 17 ticks on the YM. Now we had some activity here in the options as well. Okay, the put options from yesterday, which were 1150 puts. They had increased in value, I believe, all the way up to 43 at one point this morning, from 32.75 yesterday up to 43.75 today, I believe, something in that range. But we also put on some call options this morning. The call options are actually losing money right now. They are, I bought them. Let me see if I can bring up the option chain for you here. Yes, here's the option chain. I bought 1175 calls this morning. I bought them at 36. They're down at 31 right now. Alright, and the 1150 puts, they're right now trading at 38. Yesterday they were at 32 at the entry point. 32.75. Okay, so we did have some action on the calls and the puts and the options. One last thing we'll throw in here, show you. I haven't looked at it since the last time I marked it up, but we had some good action on the Russell this morning as well. You can see all the yellow arrows are trades that set up. Okay, from the open there were one right here, one right there, that's 3. Sorry, I'm trying to scroll right now, but it's not keeping up. Oops. Okay, 3, 4, 5. I gotta update it right now. I'll update it for you right in front of you. There's 5. Now over here, everything was going down. This is 6. This is the first losing one right here. Over here, everything's going up. That's 7. And right here, it just actually triggered for the 8th one. So with 8 wins and 7 losses, you would be plus 60 ticks. Actually, 8 wins and 1 loss, you'd be plus 62 ticks. The 1 loss is 8 ticks. The bracket on this is 8 by 10. So you would be plus 62 ticks, which is the equivalent of $620 per contract, had you taken those trades. Okay, I did not trade it. But it was there for you if you like to trade the Russell. That was an opportunity. Okay. Let's look at the 10,000 contract quickly. We had a bullish cross here with a pullback down to the BBC for a nice bounce. We had a bullish cross here, but we never had to pull away from the BBC, so nothing there. We had our bearish cross way back here, bearish cross back here, and a pullback up to the BBC for a nice bounce. This was getting into the pre-market here, but we had a bullish cross there and a pullback to the BBC right here, right at the open. Okay, so every pullback after the cross worked today. 1, 2, hang on, 3 of them for a total of 6 points. Okay, I didn't take any of those. I was trading just the 4 tick in the 500 contract YM this morning. All right. I want to remind everybody that we have our partners meeting tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. If you are not yet a partner, you should send me an email at tech, that's TECH, at CFRN.net if you want to find out how to become a partner. Okay. I think we have a bunch of new options and a new feature that those of you know, the option feature is a pretty good thing. It sends out an email when it triggers an alert. So if you guys are interested in that, even if you've taken the trial in the past, you can still send me an email at tech@cfrn.net, and we'll try to find a way to get this get you in there. All right, that is it.